Hello and welcome to Life Without Shakers, and you find me today in beautiful Borrowdale on a beautiful sunny day. A perfect day for completing my journey around the Central Fells. Oh, it's hard to believe, it seems like it's only just begun. And today I've got a particularly craggy walk in store. I'm going to start off along Greenup Gill and climb up the north face of Eagle Crag before carrying onwards to Sergeant's Crag. And then I'm going to loop round the back of Lining Crag, crossing Greenup Edge to walk over Ullscarf on the way to Great Crag. And from Great Crag it's across to Grange Fell, where my journey around the Central Fells will conclude, before heading back down into Rostwaite. Should be about 12 miles in total, all being well. So let's get underway. And this is the north face of Eagle Crag. Steepy, steep, steep. Oh, that was steepy, steep, steep. A little bit of scrambling towards the end as well. Hopefully that's the worst of the climbing done for today. I always say that. It never is. And here is the summit of Eagle Crag, Wainwright number 23 in book 3, 1,650 feet approximately, according to AW, who says, when surveyed from the valley, Eagle Crag seems well nigh unassailable, a continuous rampart of crags defending the crest above other steep rocks rising in tiers from the lower slopes. He also says, Eagle Crag is the most distinctive object in the stone thwaite landscape, and its ascent reveals all the beauty of the valley in a pleasant half-day's expedition. And you see below the beauty of Borrowdale, Wainwright's favourite valley. It is particularly spectacular on a day like this. All the higher fells radiating around. And just behind me, to the south, is Sergeant's Crag, which is my next objective. And no sooner do we leave Eagle Crag than we get to Sergeant's Crag, Wainwright number 24 in the Central Fells, 1,873 feet. Wainwright says the rocky, heathery top within the wall is a pleasant contrast to the dull grassland outside it. If there is ever no apprehension about the weather, the halt will be enjoyed. Well, that as may be, but today it's absolutely swarming with midges, so I'm not stopping any longer. Goodness me, that was no place for lingering. I've literally never seen so many midges. That would have been a pleasant place. Either of those summits would have been a pleasant place to stop for lunch, but no chance today. Right, now I've got to negotiate this slope in front, make my way over to Greenup Edge without accidentally going up high rise again. Okay, I've successfully made it to Greenup Edge, on purpose this time. You may recall I was here as well on my last visit to these parts, but on that occasion it was by accident because I walked several miles out of my way because of a cloud. Anyway, about halfway to Ullscarf now, and it appears to be relatively midge free, so I think it's a good place to stop for lunch. Right, the only directions Wainwright gives for this section of the walk are to follow the line of the old fence and try not to step in a bog. Here's the line of the old fence, and here's a bog. Luckily today all the boggy bits are nice and dry-ish. And so we come to Ullscarf, 2,370 feet, Wainwright number 25 in book 3. Wainwright says the top of Ullscarf is a cheerless place even in sunshine. In storm there is no vestige of shelter. All is grass on this vast summit, and the only adornments are a cairn and a line of forlorn fence posts running both ways to the horizon. There's not even that now, there's just a cairn by the look of it. Took me a bit of working out to decide that this was actually the high point, because it's the only cairn that I can see. Despite what he says, Wainwright does actually devote 14 pages to this fell. He still says in his opening paragraph, unfortunately the high slopes do not live up to the promise of the lower, being in fact quite featureless and inexpressibly dreary. Still, not a bad view once you get up here. Okay, onwards now towards Great Crag. And as we descend from Ullscarf, I can see Dock Tarn below and Great Crag, just popping up behind it, and beyond that, Grange Fell. Oh, a glorious sight. There's a dock town in front. Glad I've seen that. That last bit over from Ullscarf was the hardest bit of navigation of the day. It was all across country, but hopefully I'm now back in a land of paths. I can certainly use Docktown to navigate with, because the summit of Great Crag is directly behind it. This is fell number 26 in the Central Fells. This is Great Crag, 1,500 feet exactly, approximately. Wainwrights says, Great Crag is one of those modest fells which seldom seems to invite attention, and few people know it by name, yet many are they who have trodden its lower slopes on the popular path of the pilgrims, journeying from Watton Lath to Rossthwaite. It's another of those annoying mazy fell tops, lots of different potential high points. This is the only one with an obvious path going up it and a big cairn. Oh, there's another cairn just over there, so I might just wander over there just to make sure I've definitely bagged the highest point. On my way to the last fell in book 3, which is Grange Fell. Interesting, someone's trying to make this summit higher by putting an antler on top of the cane. Okay, there is Grange Fell right in front. It may take a while to do that one. There are 3 summits. Quite a nice view from here of Watton Lath Tarn, and beyond it High Tove and High Seat, where I started this journey not a few short weeks ago. Well, I said there were 3 summits of Grange Fell. According to Wainwright, there's actually just 2 summits and a knot where I just was. This is the first of the summits, known as Brun Fell, 1,363 feet high. Wainwright number 27, or 26 and a half if you want to call it that, of the Central Fells. Wainwright says Grange Fell is nothing on the map, everything when beneath one's feet. In small compass, here is concentrated the beauty, romance, interest and excitement of the typical Lakeland scene. Here nature has given of her very best and produced a loveliness that is exquisite. It really is. It's time for one more summit, King's How. And so we come to the King's How summit of Grange Fell, which my map says isn't quite as high as Brun Fell. He says the summit of Brun Fell is one of exceptional interest. A number of steep-sided rock towers rise oddly from the heathery top. Enthusiastic rock scramblers will enjoy sampling them all. The summit of King's How, in contrast, is a steep-sided dome rising abruptly to a bare top with two cairns. Well, there's definitely a bare top, but there are no cairns anymore. What we do have, though, is an absolutely spectacular view of Derwent Water, and a fitting place to complete Fell 27 out of 27 in the Central Fells. All that remains is to head back down to Rosthwaite. And here we are, off the hill and back in Rosthwaite, and so completes this journey around the Central Fells. It's been short but sweet, definitely a lot of very scenic points in there. And next time out, it's the start of a new chapter, the Southern Fells. Hope you can join me for that one, there's a few biggies there. Until then, as ever, thanks for watching today, hope you've enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye.